Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends, in this video I'm going to show to all of you about the psychological analysis in Dickinson poem. This video is to fulfill my midterm exam of literary appreciation. Let's check this out. A simple introduction of psychological approach. The psychological approach is a unique form of criticism in that it draws upon psychological theories in its interpretation of a text. Linking the psychological and literary worlds bring kind of scientific aspect into literary criticism. The three branches of psychological criticism that we have discussed in class are psychoanalytic criticism, trauma, and cognitive criticism. Psychological analysis in Dickinson poem. According to the book of critical theory, psychoanalysis is the first a discipline founded on a procedure for the investigation of mental processes that are otherwise inaccessible because they are unconscious. The second, a therapeutic method for the treatment of neurotic disorders. The third, a body of psychological data evolving into a new scientific discipline. Freud believes that society sublimates or channels its unconscious through the creative process. This is where literature comes into play. Here I'm going to read a poem, and the title is There's a Certain Slant of Light, and the author is Dickinson. There's a certain slant of light on winter afternoons that oppresses like the weight of cathedral tones. Heavenly heart it gives us. We can find no scar but internal difference where the meanings are. None may teach it anything. This the seal, despair, an imperial affliction send us of the air. When it comes, the landscape listens. Shadows hold their breath. When it goes, it is like the distance on the look of death. The psychological analysis in Dickinson poem. The psychological analysis would look of the unconscious desires sublimated by Dickinson in her poem. In the psychoanalyzed mind, everyone's actions are governed by sexual pleasure seeking motives. Dickinson will have these desires, and since they cannot be expressed in society, she must sublimate them in her creative outlet, poetry. For example, with Freud's theories in mind, we might draw the conclusion that Dickinson got a sexual pleasure from pain. The second approach of psychological analysis discussed here is about trauma. According to Carroll's article, Trauma and Experience Introduction. In trauma, the greatest confrontation with reality may also occur as an absolute numbing to it. That immediacy, paradoxically enough, may take the form of belateness. The effects of trauma on an author can manifest itself in their writing. Say, for instance, we learn that Emily Dickinson's mother had killed herself in front of her. This traumatic experience would be influential on her writing, and we could interpret her poems with this mind. Trauma doesn't stand so much on its own as it is linked to psychoanalysis. The unconscious desires, perhaps influenced by trauma of an author, are the true meanings underlying all of their work. The third approach of psychological analysis discussed is about the cognitive approach, whereas the psychoanalytic approach focuses on the author and why they wrote what they wrote. The cognitive approach focuses on the reader and how their mind works while reading literature. This approach explains why humans associate certain mindsets with situation. The process is scientific in nature and draws evidence such as evolutionary finding to support its claims. The cognitive critic would read Dickinson's poem. There's a certain slant of light and focus on what mindsets the reader associates with each line and why they do so. Through an understanding of a cognitive approach on literary works such as Dickinson's poetry, the reader can reach a better understanding of the poem's intellectual complexity and the logic behind how easily they can follow what is going on in the poems. Well friends, now we are coming to the end of the video, and Emily Dickinson's appearance of this psychological analysis make her poem become the great poem that she wrote. Thank you for your nice attention and thank you for watching my video. See you in another change. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.